Okay, good morning or afternoon. What I'm doing is recording instructions on how to do a density lab. This lab is not one of the ones that are on the CD. This is just online, and I'll give you the link. And I wanted to explain it, but we don't have enough class time to really take a whole class day to explain this. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how to do this density lab. It's fun to do. Okay, when I give you the link, you'll see the lab here. And if you notice, we have a couple of things. We have a pail of water. We have materials, a graduated cylinder, and this would be a balance. We first make sure it should be automatically set at 1, the density, set at 1 of the liquid, set at 1.0. Okay? So you make sure it's at 1. Okay, the next thing you would click and drag one of these, and I have these labeled as red square, blue triangle, so on. Click and drag one of these and put it inside this gray area, and then we would get a mass number. Okay, so this number would be the mass. You would read that number, write it in your data table. The next thing you would do was click and drag it and put it in the graduated cylinder. Okay? And this would give you the volume. So in this case, it would be 40.0 milliliters, and that would be the volume. This number here, again, which I had earlier, would be the mass. Okay? So we have a mass and volume of a particular material. And then you would click and drag it and put it in the pail of liquid. Now, I didn't want to do all of the red oval for you, so I grabbed another one. Okay, you put it in, and I have a question on the lab worksheet. Does it float? And so you would either say yes, it floats, or no, it does not. And again, make sure this is on 1. Okay? I will give you you will have a worksheet, and part of it will have this. It will have 10 different items here. You would write the mass here. You would write the volume here. Then you would have to calculate the density. Density, mass divided by volume. And then you answer the question, does it float? Okay, yes, it floats. No, it does not. So you would do the blue square, click and drag it, get the mass, get the volume, calculate the density, and tell me if it sinks or floats. And you would do that for, this picture just has 4, but there's 10 different, okay, if you add up this, there should be 10 different items. Okay, the next thing I have at the bottom of that worksheet, I have these questions which you are to answer. Okay? And these are the questions here. And you need to answer all these. Number 5 and 6, it has you change the density of the liquid to 0.7 grams per cubic centimeter. And here to 2. What you would do is put everything in. Okay? What you would do is put all this in here at 1, then change it to 0.7 and tell me what happens. Okay? Then you move it to 1 again and change it to 2 and tell me what happens. Okay, so that's how you do those last 2. Oops. Let's go back here. These last 2 questions. Okay? For the table, you just have it at 1, and then you put everything in, change it to 0.7, tell me what happens. Change it to 2, tell me what happens. Okay, and that is the lab. Okay, we submit the worksheet in Schoology. I will have it posted probably as an assignment. It will say Density Lab Assignment. It won't be as the test. Okay, it's going to be in the assignment section. This is the link here. The link is also, I'll also have the link in the assignment. Okay, so this is the link. You can click on it now. Some closure, density, mass divided by volume. And volume is determined by using the water displacement method. Okay, we have these unusual shapes, and we're determining the volume by using the water displacement method. This density lab is due October 11th by 11:30 p.m.